was your Tyler's back with my 1000th video with the first SmackDown game on PlayStation. It was a good start for the WWF games on the with THQ under the PlayStation. I mean Warzone was the first actual wrestling game on the PlayStation, but and I don't count In Your House or WrestleMania the arcade game. Okay, those were not really wrestling games. This was the beginning of the Ukes era of the WWF games / WWE games until 2K19. Fun fact about that. We also know this is one big game to come out. It came out in the year 2000, like the next we're going to talk about. This came out in March of 2000, which is kind of a little ironic because 22 years later, WWE 2K22 was released in March, also, which is continuing with this year's game, which I already talked about. Now, this game, it's mostly an outdated roster by the time this game came out, because this was like the early 99 roster. Because you got guys like Shamrock in the game, which he would not be in the game until WWE 13. They have the Dudley Boys not in their camo gear. They have Big Show before his haircut. You know, when The Rock says, somebody's got a haircut. Yeah, one. It has Ministry Undertaker, which this was before he came back as the American Badass. So that was outdated also. Rock doesn't have the long sideburns also, but roster side, you got Chris Jericho also, you got Kane, you know, those guys. But like I said, you know, there's not really an arena option. You only have two actual arenas: the SmackDown, the Raw arena, and this pay-per-view arena. Because why I say there's not really arenas, because you can have pay-per-view logos on any of the arenas. So you could have the SmackDown arena with the Royal Rumble logo on it, which, correct me if I'm wrong, besides WrestleMania 12, they didn't use like the pay-per-view logo or the show logo on their mats. That was the WCW thing. Graphics for the PS1 era, it was not bad. We'll just put it that way. However, this game has some match types. There's Royal Rumble, there's Cage, there's a King of Ring, Hardcore, I Quit, you know, those kind of options. But there's something missing. There's no Hell in a Cell yet. There's a special referee in there, but there's no casket match yet. There is a casket match. There is a casket in the game, but not a match, rather. The music is actually not that bad for the time being. There's others like a championship, like who's held the championship. This was, like I said before, a 1999 based championship list, because there's no Kurt Angle in this game yet. There's no, those, but you got guys like Triple H as the world champion, which at the time this game was out, that's correct. But there are others. I think this was based before Royal Rumble, I guess. But yeah, there's those. There's also a create a wrestler mode, which is all you do is pick head, body type, and legs to make a wrestler. Yeah, create a wrestler was kind of got better as time goes on. Let's just put it nicely. But then we get also in Royal Rumble you only choose. There's only this is a limited base of it. You only have 4 wrestlers in the ring at the same time until just bring it where they have 8 wrestlers, which is kind of a clusterfuck. But they got better when in 2K18 to current, basically. Put it that way. And the entrance is there's just wrestlers Titantron with the wrestler walking to them, in front of them, actually. Limited thing. But then again, WCW Mayhem had actual entrances. This is the first WWF game to go backstage, even though WCW Mayhem was the first one to do backstage areas. And they love that. EA loved that so much, they made a video game out of that same year. Not a bad game, though. But compared to Mayhem up home, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's talk about the season mode, which is there's no actually storylines in it. There's not really any storylines in it. There's just random cutscenes of, oh boy, what does The Rock have to say about The Undertaker? Or there are some rare cutscenes, but I'm saying it's rare because there's also a pre-season mode where you use a custom wrestler. And yeah, the season mode, like I said before, I think the season mode got better when Shut Your Mouth did it. And then Here Comes the Pain. And then the SmackDown vs. Raw games from 06 and 07 mostly. But there's also some thing like you see the same cutscenes over and over again in this one, like Stone Cold's ready for a fight, like something like that, with text underneath it, like I mentioned before. But season mode, it got better as time goes on. But this was actually a fantastic game. But unfortunately, this season mode will go on forever. But yeah, the game overall is great. Not as great as the second one, but I give this an 8 out of 10. So, like I said before, the next game review will be hold on. Okay. Yes. SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. So, that'll be the next one we're going to talk about. Next week? Yep. We'll do that next week. But, so yeah, tomorrow will be Showdown episode 18. And then this Thursday will be the start of my Road to WrestleManias. Like I said before, that secondary channel will be on hold after WrestleMania 40. So we'll go on from there. Like this video, comment down below, subscribe to this channel right here and click the notification bell, as well as my secondary channel, Talos Retro Reviews, so you'll see after WrestleMania Lockdown 2006. And there's that. Bye-bye.